When's lunch? When's lunch? When's lunch? Oh no. Okay. Welcome back to When's Lunch. I'm Spencer.
I am Matheson.
And we have a friend. I'm excited. We have a friend here.
A friend. We don't have a lot of friends.
No.
So.
You might have seen him from being on stage. You might have seen him from having a six-pack on Instagram. You might have seen him from being my friend. Let's give our friend Jake Miller a little round of applause.
Yes. Jake Miller is here.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Jake Miller.
Jake has an 8-pack, by the way.
I don't. I was kidding. I wish. I'm actually losing the 8-pack too. It's more like a 5.5 right now, just because quarantine is just taking a toll, man.
I feel like that's
everybody.
that's livable though. I feel like a six-pack. I mean, not for you though, but for me, like every time that I get close to a six-pack, I'm like, I haven't drank in months, and I'm getting 12 hours of sleep, and I'm
like
running
any
10
liquids
miles
at all?
a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been rough. I've just been doing 8-minute abs on YouTube every day.
Oh,
There it
I
is.
looked that up after you told me about that.
Dude, it's great. Have you ever seen it?
the
Yeah.
one from the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
did
gang.
It. Yeah.
10 more seconds. We got it. We're having fun.
I definitely tried
works.
I successfully ripped a bunch of insanity workouts from the internet, and that,
Off YouTube.
yeah.
I think I tried to do one
was
of those.
horrible.
It was too much, yeah.
It's
a
so
lot.
horrible.
Definitely too much.
Well, it's just so repetitive, and it's mentally, it's really exhausting. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Dude, we hang out. We write songs together. We've gotten drunk together.
We have.
Countless times.
Yes.
And
We've never gone on tour together, though, have we?
no, we have not.
That was yeah. That was an almost.
We should do that.
That was a half check mark off on the checklist. Did you know about that?
I did know about that, yes.
Yeah. We were supposed to go on tour. It was a very weird point in my career. It was me, you, and Max.
I fucking love how we're just diving into this, dude. This is
We're
exactly
in.
why we had Jake in the podcast.
Hi, yeah, we're here.
All right,
We
keep
can
going.
wait. We can wait. We can keep
No,
talking.
No, you're already in. You're already in.
I love how we're just fucking.
Yeah, why
Look,
not?
Before we continue, we're we're in a car, middle of Kansas, open fucking road. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going 99 miles per hour.
Okay.
Me and Jake are climbing out the windows. You're driving as fast as you can.
Well, I'm driving.
and we see a cliff and we drive right off the cliff. That's what we're doing right now.
Hell yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, I thought you were telling a real story. I'm like, I don't remember ever
You're
being
like,
in a
holy
car with you in
shit.
Kansas. I'm like, that never happened, dude. Anyways, we were gonna go on tour. It was called the Overnight Tour. It was me, you, and Max.
Oh man.
What was it, like 2015?
16. Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was just a really weird point in my career. Tickets weren't selling. My label wasn't believing in me. Things just weren't going well. And like a week before the tour kicked off, I was told that not only is the tour being canceled because the tickets weren't selling, but my label is dropping me. And I was just like, okay, cool.
Dude.
That's all real fun. Let me go tell my friends Spencer and Max. And so we can all just sulk in it together. And yeah, that
Dude.
sucked, but we came back.
And it's crazy because it wasn't like nobody was buying tickets. It was that you were playing these
Huge venues.
7,000 cap rooms.
Yeah, they were
and
too
you would
big.
Never, but yeah, and that's like what happens is if in New York City you sell 3,000 tickets, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But if it's in a 9,000 cap room, a lot of people aren't happy because they
Right,
want
right.
to,
Totally.
they
Yeah,
wanna
your
fill it.
promoter and your agent will consider it a loss because the
Right.
venue didn't make money. But to me, if I'm in a 10,000 cap room with 1,000 people, I'm like, that's 1,000 people. Like, I'm going to have the best night of my life. So, yeah. You know what I mean?
That's going to be touring now, dude. We're going to have to start renting out 10,000 person venues and only put 1,000 people in. Every
I'm
person
very
has to
curious
stand
to
in
see
the
what
corner.
touring is going to be like when this is all over. But
I know.
We'll be back, baby.
we'll be back. We'll be back and better than ever.
I think that, dude, I really think that tour canceling was one of the best things to ever. I was so fucking bummed because it was like my first tour.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things that ever happened to me.
What is that?
For real. I was just like faux hawk guy. I was fuck
You
boy.
didn't get your music right yet?
I didn't get anything right.
Yeah.
I didn't get my music right. I didn't get my message right. I didn't get my style right. It was not me. It was just like fucking paste
I feel you.
guy.
Dude, I remember there was like a very specific time where like I looked at like you and your image and like how you were, kind of presenting yourself and your new music, and I'm like, okay, I've known Spencer for a while, but like it's not until like right now that I feel like he has like a thing right now. I never
Dude.
thought that your music was bad, obviously, and I never thought that you were like a fuckboy like you say you are or were. But there was a moment where I'm like, okay, his artistry, like he figured it out right now. Like this
Thanks,
is,
bro.
Yeah,
That means a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Because it literally was maybe 2 years ago. Like that's kind of when I figured it out. Was
it takes a while to find it, but once you do, I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of throwing a bunch of shit against the wall to see what sticks. But once you find it, it's like, you know,
yeah, no,
it's awesome.
Dude, thank you for that. That's
Yeah, of course.
that's the best thing you could say. I've gone through many phases of, like I know you have as well.
Yeah, totally.
And that's one thing that I like loved about. We were talking about this before you came over, but one thing we thought was really dope about you is you like started as like this like pop kid, almost like college type rapper,
Yeah,
and you did your thing, and then when you realized, you're like, okay, in order to get to the next place,
yeah,
the next level of success, mainstream, whatever it is, you said, let me just like throw a little bit of hook singing. Let me just throw a little bit of pop in there. While these other people, I don't want to name names, but these, I guess the term, is this offensive, frat rap? Is that?
No, that's a style.
I think it was definitely a sub thing.
Yeah.
totally.
A lot of these people kept that and still do.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I've always thought it was cool how much you evolved.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that a lot. I
Over
mean,
Was
the
that a
years. You're still
conscious? Was that a
evolving.
conscious decision on
I
your part?
appreciate that. It was definitely a conscious decision.
Yeah.
I think as an artist, especially with like how quickly the times are changing and how quickly music is changing, like you have to be changing with it or else you're gonna get lost. Like people are just gonna forget about you. Like just to think about the music that I was making 3 or 4 years ago, like it's completely different than now because the music that's popular right now is the complete opposite. Like Flow Rider was cool 5 years ago. Now it's like only, not to shit on Flow Rider, like Flow Rider's awesome, but like now
But
it's
that's
like
true.
it's just rap. Like rap is pop now, and it's like it's hard for pop people like us. So we just have to kind of evolve and do as much as we can and become as, you know, good as of artists as we can and learn to produce and write and sing and rap, whatever. Just because we're kind of at a disadvantage right now, honestly.
Yeah. You got to learn how to do a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Or create different vibes almost.
Yeah. Totally.
It's so
Do you
nuts.
almost think though that's like I agree with you, but do you think that there is some truth in like saying fuck all that and just being yourself? though,
Totally.
too.
Totally. Yeah. I think
Like there's got to be a balance, I guess.
Yeah.
there's
'Cause
totally
you-
a balance.
yeah.
When I see like the perfect balance, it's John Bellion to me because he raps,
Right.
he sings, his music is so cool, he's so true to himself, but the coolest thing is he just doesn't give a fuck about what's popular right now.
Yeah.
I doubt he even like listens to Spotify. He definitely doesn't go on TikTok. Like I really just like admire his whole mindset, and like that's kind of where I hope to be. But you know, artists that just don't really care about trends, I feel like those are the people that end up winning in the long run.
Sure. Yeah.
Definitely in the long run, yeah. I look at that a lot. As in like, oh, never mind. I have all these examples, but I don't want to like, I'll tell you off. I just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I don't want to shit on anybody.
No, let's
we
shit
don't
on,
wanna shit on
let's
anybody.
make this a shit. Let's shit on people the whole episode.
Just fuck you, dude.
You got that one guy, that frat rap dude.
Dude, I want to so bad. I'm not going
Honestly,
to.
honestly, I do too, but
We will.
yeah.
Not even like shitting on it. I just want to talk about it. Anyway, speaking of journeys, I would love to hear like a shortened version of how you got from Florida to LA.
Okay.
Born and raised in Weston, Florida.
Weston.
All right. Yeah, Weston, Florida. Shout out Weston. I'll give the 2-minute journey
Yeah.
if I can do that. I started making music in high school totally as a joke, just me and my friends. Like I got a MacBook for Hanukkah and it came with GarageBand, and I'm like, what the hell is GarageBand? Opened it up, started making beats, started using my headphones that were built into the Apple, headphones,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
microphone
dude.
built into the headphones to start rapping on it. It was completely a joke. I would have my friends come over and we would just like write songs about like our teachers and our girlfriends and stuff.
Asher Roth style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like way lower than
Like
that.
way better.
Way better than
way
Asher
better.
My senior year of high school, started making a lot of those songs, kind of became less of a hobby, more of like something that like people around my high school knew me for. Like, there goes that rapper kid. Like, I don't think anyone liked my music. It was more just like,
He does that thing.
he's the only one in this high school who's actually pursuing music.
I had that kid too. His name was
Yeah.
Mike Casey. It wasn't great, but he like did GarageBand raps, and
Yeah.
they played it over the morning announcements, and everybody was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah.
He makes
Wow.
music.
Dude, back then, like I didn't know anybody who was trying to do it.
That was like that. Well, we had that one kid. Like there was always that one kid.
Yeah.
And you were that.
I was that kid. I made like the anthem for like the basketball team, and
Yeah.
people just knew like
Yes,
I was that
dude.
rapper kid. And I was super like not popular in high school. I had terrible acne, a terrible haircut. Like I don't know, music was just kind of like the first like platform that I had found that like made me feel like I was important or something. I don't really know what it was. I graduate high school. I applied to all these colleges. I got into all of them, and right before I was supposed to go off to college as a freshman, I told my parents I don't want to go to school at all. I want to stay home and work on music. And everybody thought I was crazy. My friends thought I was crazy. My friends' parents were calling my parents, being like, "Are you guys crazy letting him do this?" Like it was just a big thing.
Yeah.
And my parents pretty much made a deal with me and said, "We'll give you 1 year to work on music here, while all your friends go off to college. And if nothing happens in a year, then you got to go start college a year late." And I said, "Cool." And I busted my ass and started making fans. I got signed. A few years later, flew out to
All
LA.
in a year? Or did you bought enough time to keep going?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like in 1 year things started popping. It was more
Yeah.
like there were little signs of like, okay, this could maybe be something.
Gotcha,
to the
yeah.
point where my parents were like, we're not going to give up on this yet. We're not going to make him go to college yet. But I knew I never wanted to go to college for some reason.
Yeah.
Like even before music, like
It's that pressure. All your friends are, and you're like, I gotta
Yeah.
go to school. Gotta go to
Yeah.
Ohio University with all my friends getting drunk.
Yeah.
I have, and I'll wait till after this story, but I have an unbelievably similar story.
really
Yeah, I mean, we graduated 2011.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the same
I
age.
didn't fucking go to college.
Yeah, no.
But I have this very, like, right before, 2 weeks before I went to University of Cincinnati, I was like, hey, I don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
All my friends were like, dude, what are you doing? All my friends' parents called my mom. Were like, hey, I don't know if you should, same shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is nuts.
And it's a great decision that we both made.
Really great.
I mean,
But-
that's the decision that makes sense, in my opinion. Like,
Dude,
if you don't
yeah.
know what you want to do with your life, which you shouldn't at
Yeah.
17 years old, then why would you go into insane debt?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
And-
yeah, but then a lot of kids do go to college to find, I guess, what they're passionate about, and
That's true.
I think I'm
That's-
speaking from what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kids do get, like, crazy scholarships and stuff. I
Yeah.
did not, but
Yeah.
yeah. So you're doing this. You start making fans. I remember this because I was Spencer straight out of high school. 1 year out of high school, maybe, working at Abercrombie and Fitch home office. The
Really?
headquarters is in Columbus. I'm sitting at the desk
That's
checking people in.
amazing.
This is when I find out about Jake Miller.
Wow.
At this job, your job, people come in like through the front doors, and all you do is like say hey, like, hey, how's it going? Or like, hey, what's up? Was the tagline at Abercrombie. The home office was like the store. I swear to God, it was crazy. And once in a while, I would like call, send someone down to get someone. But I had a lot of time to get on Twitter on the computer and like on my phone and stuff. And I don't remember how I came over you. It must have been someone that was following me that retweeted you or something. And then I found your stuff, and I started scrolling, and I started listening. And I don't know if you remember this, but I did a cover of one of your songs.
Which song?
Oh,
It's called "Day Without Your Love."
Dude, of course.
And
That's
you
so
like
crazy.
you tweeted it, and I thought it was so cool. You're the first person of any notoriety to kind of like, I guess, like retweet me or
Dude,
show
I
me
feel
any.
so honored.
Dude, it was fire. It was
That's
dope.
crazy. Thank you, man. That was one of my first songs.
Yeah, dude, it was.
That's crazy.
We did like a little acoustic cover, and then I guess it's just been on my radar ever since.
Dude, that must have been like what, 2013?
13, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, nuts.
That's
Jeez.
wild, man. I appreciate
But
that.
my point was, I was scrolling like your Instagram, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" Like he's playing real shows, and there was probably 40 kids there
Yeah.
behind you. Like
Yeah.
you would do these like stage pics, like
Yeah. I
post up
remember.
against the audience, and there's like 30, 40 kids, and I was like, "That's epic."
Yeah. And it felt like I was selling out arenas at the time because it was my first tour. I didn't know
That's
who was
amazing.
going to come out. It was me, my dad, Scooter, who you know, who was
Dude.
selling my merch.
I can't
Man.
believe that.
Yeah, dude. It was just the three of us in a van going state to state. And it was like,
What was the tour called,
it was the Miller High Life Tour.
dude?
yes.
What a play on the beer.
name.
Yeah, of course.
That's
It was also
excellent.
my slogan when I ran for president in elementary school. The Miller High Life. Yep. But yeah, man. I mean, that was probably, like you said, 50 to 100 kids max at every show. But to me, it felt like I literally had just won a Grammy.
That's amazing.
And it was just that was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And then I think I signed to Warner Brothers a few years later.
Yep.
Moved out here, and here we are.
Dude, and your writing over the last few years has been, it just keeps getting better. I remember
so
when you
much.
started producing and stuff, and like just diversified.
Thank you, bro. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Keys, guitar,
I'm trying.
production, saxophone.
Not saxophone yet. I wish. I did buy a saxophone,
Oboe.
dude.
That'd be hip.
That would be sick.
that'd be really hipster.
That would be
What do you
sick.
play? I play the oboe.
Can you imagine? You're on pop
So-
tours and you're
He's
like
pull out the
Lizzo
oboe.
style. She pulls out a flute, but you're pulling out an oboe. You're like,
Do you guys listen to Masego?
yeah. hmm
Dude, the fact that he just like sings and then whips out a freaking saxophone, like
What
That
is?
is
Do you guys
so
know
cool.
his story? Because I feel like he was just like a weird. Like he just made a couple like YouTube videos and now he's like kind of blowing up in the
That's
R&B
the only.
world.
That's the only place that I've seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him. I know that my sound guy is his sound guy, so that's how I found out about him.
JP Huff.
JP Huff, shout out
Aw,
JP
dude,
Huff.
he's a nice guy.
Oh
He
yeah, we
just
met
hit
him
me
with
up.
Yeah, we met him.
Yeah.
We met him, and
met him at the thing.
we met him.
I wasn't gonna spend time thinking about where I met him, but
Shout out
Have
JP.
you ever sent nudes? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
to him or in general.
No, I was asking you.
I've sent nudes, yeah.
We've all sent nudes. Don't act like we
Have you ever had
haven't.
nudes leak?
No.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, me either.
Next subject.
That was a very quick little sidetrack.
Isn't it? Wait, never mind. Never mind.
Say it,
I just want to know,
dude.
like, for a guy, like, what a weird thing to send. Like, here's my penis. Like,
Yeah,
no one
what
wants
do-
that.
Like,
Literally, dude. There's such a difference.
yeah.
It's never good. You could be Zac Efron,
Best lighting
freshly
Yeah.
shaved, best lighting,
still sucks.
oiled up, horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zac Efron's.
I would look at. I would look at it, but like,
Look, I would look at it.
Look.
it just seems like a weird thing.
It is.
I don't
It's
know.
it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's not a positive thing to do.
We've all been there. We've all been sad at 2 a.m. Right, guys? Guys.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
I made a whole album about that called 2 a.m. in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
You did.
I was going through some shit.
Just
and I
about
was really
to
sad
send
every night at
nudes.
2 a.m.
You went through some shit. There's a couple Jake albums that are just fucking.
Yeah. It's like 3 years really where I couldn't make a happy song if you put a gun in my head. It was
Make a happy song.
That's probably why you couldn't do it. There's
I
a guy in your
can't.
house. Hurry!
I can't focus.
You get this gun out of my face. Shut up. Write the song.
Why do you?
What's happening?
that's funny.
Anyways,
Yeah, because of
Whoa.
that guy, it was really hard to write
you're
happy
gonna
songs.
kick that water over, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to. I'll keep that in mind.
I mean, are these things you're happy now? Are you happier?
I'm very happy now.
Yeah.
Yes. I am dating a lovely young woman,
Hey, that's great.
and she makes
What's
me
your
very
social
happy.
security number?
160. And
Damn,
she's
you're
great.
old. You must have been born like the 1700s.
You're in one. That'd be crazy.
I don't know her social security number offhand.
I would hope
but
not.
After this,
That would be
I'll give it to you.
borderline serial killer.
We'll
if
fill
you
you
were-
in after, dude.
Yeah, I'll give you all the details after.
Thank you.
You're dating a wonderful person now.
I am. I want you guys to meet her. I keep hitting you up to go on some double dates, but it hasn't happened yet.
Someone's
but
big leaguing you. It looks like.
No, we've been big leaguing each other.
We really have.
We're pretty busy these last few days.
But we're both very like, dude. You know why I like you is because you're so like. There's some people that get so bent out of shape about that. Like if something comes up, I hate being the guy that cancels stuff.
yeah.
And you literally understand. I'm like, hey, dude.
Sometimes you're just not feeling it. Sometimes you
And-
got other things you got to do.
I don't make up excuses either. I'm like, hey, like you literally text me the other day, like, hey, can we push our session for another day? I'm just like really stressed out, and I'm like, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much more.
Yeah, and you were like,
Honesty's
yeah, I'm
great.
stressed out too.
Instead of like, I gotta go to.
You can only have so many doctor's appointments. You know,
Exactly.
like.
Dude, what is so wrong with your dog? Why is he there every day?
Your dog is.
I'm back at the vet. I'm
Yeah,
here
I
for
mean,
me this
especially
time.
when you're like going into the studio and like you need all your brain power to like make a good song. Like if you don't want to be there going in, like it's not going to be a good song.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like doing homework. Like you have to be there in the mood to be there. So
I don't know about you, but I learned a huge lesson with like number of sessions versus just like quantity versus quality.
totally.
Mm.
And I've noticed that when I do like 3 to 4 like really well thought out sessions a week versus 7 days a week,
Yeah.
I get so much more better shit.
Dude, totally. 7 days a week doing anything, I just feel is not healthy. I mean,
No.
you need to have that break. You need to go to the beach on the weekends and just kind of reset. And then come Monday, you're like, all right, I'm ready to
You need
kill
to
it.
drink too much Jameson one night and
Exactly.
just forget everything.
Exactly.
Forget everything.
Wake up
Get your
and you're
stomach
in
pumped.
Dubai.
It's awesome.
Like, how
Now we're
the
talking.
fuck did I get here?
Can you imagine?
Wake up in a sweatshop in Venezuela. You're like, I don't understand.
I think I own this place now.
What would you do?
This is. I really don't know.
Would you just start walking around? Or would you try to go home?
Like if you,
Yeah, like, what do you think you really do?
if you're in a sweatshop?
Well, no, like
In
in
Venezuela,
that situation,
you wake up in Venezuela.
like tomorrow morning, you wake up, you're in Venezuela. You're like, and you.
But where am I in
I think I
Venezuela?
would try to find a McDonald's immediately.
Yeah, I would try to
that's
find
fair.
food first.
And then I'd be like, okay,
And now I'm full,
how do I get home?
and I kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
That's how I get home.
I feel weird and greasy, but I'm good.
I mean, I guess you'd go to the U.S. Embassy probably.
But how do you figure out where it is? You don't have a phone.
It's
Who
true.
says you don't have a phone?
I just did.
I think it's assumed. That
I
you
made up
probably-
this situation. You don't have a phone. You don't have shoes. You do have pants.
That's good.
You have an
Little
open
white-
shirt,
Yep.
like a John B. Outer Banks one button.
Yeah.
You got no phone. You got $4.
Ooh.
American dollars.
$4 which you might be the president in Venezuela at that rate. It's entirely
I
possible.
really don't know. What do? You get a McDonald's?
Yeah, you immediately spend those $4 as fast as you can. Doesn't matter what it's on.
Okay.
And then you.
I'm stealing a Vespa. Like I'm doing some like
Oh,
taking
there you
shit.
go.
I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
I'm gonna steal a Vespa. I'm gonna ride really fast. Probably get sunburnt. 'Cause my shirt's open.
Make as many friends as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make
Yeah.
like friends in low places too.
There,
to like
now
really
we're
hook
talking.
me up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
I think what I would do is go get a haircut. change my identity and just chill there.
Oh, so you're thinking this is a good thing. You're like,
Maybe.
now-
Who knows? I mean,
new
I've never
fresh
been
start.
there.
or
I
you
mean, it could be a
grow
good
your
thing.
hair till it's down to your back,
I like that.
and you're just.
I would love to find a Venezuelan woman. This could. I never thought about it in a positive way.
Right.
Like, who says I have to get home?
Wait, yeah, I'm over here thinking of like stealing shit and like you like Liam Neeson taking. You guys are like, I'm gonna
glass
start a
half
new
full,
life on the
dude.
beach.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you could, steal some shit like Liam Neeson.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Yeah, you kill 60 people.
find
and then
I will kill you. I just watched that. That's
Dude,
why I know
it's
that.
so good. I don't care. What like
okay, yes, the first one is good, and then they were like
fucking the wild hogs are out here. Tim Allen,
Tim Allen and fucking
Martin Lawrence, and John Travolta. Who's the fourth one? William H Macy.
William H. Macy.
Yeah, it's a good ass movie. Did you know that we are the #1 podcast on the balcony?
On the balcony? On this
On,
balcony?
on any balcony.
Any balcony ever.
Most money made, most attractive.
Highest, most plays too.
Yeah, most plays,
mean,
most views.
Now that I'm on it, I definitely say
Definitely
that
most
that is
attractive.
True.
Thank you.
now
you're
we're in
welcome.
some more. I like the confidence. You're welcome.
Jake,
Anyways, my point is,
you're welcome, dude.
is that
Thank you.
they had one Taken movie and it was good, and then they were like, okay, let's do Taken 2, and then they didn't change the plot at all.
Yeah, like
Did we
how
care?
can you get kidnapped?
Yes,
I didn't
and
care.
then they did Taken 3. And then at that point, you're like, well, why change the plot at this rate? Might as well just keep
Wait,
it
so
going.
this girl got kidnapped 3 times?
No.
No. He
He got kidnapped the second time.
got kidnapped the second
Oh,
time.
Him and his wife.
Yeah. And then I think
Neeson got taken?
Yeah, but how long are you gonna take Liam Neeson for?
Yeah. He's got
Before
a
he
very
breaks
particular
out.
set of skills.
Yeah, he's got a super particular set of skills.
he has a very specific. Did you not see the first movie, you idiots? This is the only thing he's good at.
He never really even says what the particular set of skills
I know.
are. He just says,
I think he has to.
I have skills, and then he's just like, I'm gonna kill you.
Have
And
you?
he does.
This is a
Fuck.
really weird thing, but have you ever listened to the sound design to that movie when they're fighting?
No.
It's so intense. Like every time he throws a punch, like
Like air sounds?
Dude,
this-
like
Transformer sounds.
like he grabs someone. It's like
Oh, God.
it's so intense.
Fighting
'cause
exclusively
he's-
robots.
72, and they're trying to make him feel like he's
Okay,
like
here's
30.
a question.
Taken 3.
Liam Neeson versus John Wick. Neither of them have any weapons, but they have 3.5 minutes to find or do whatever they want before they have to fight. Who wins?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron swings in from a rope.
Run third parties them.
You know who really wins?
Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh man.
National Treasure 3.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why I didn't want to put him in there because that's an obvious win.
Yeah, true.
I mean, John Wick probably wins.
Well, yeah, because he has guns.
No, I'm saying that they're.
Oh, bare hand,
Yeah.
bare knuckle.
Well, they both start literally with nothing, and they
Naked?
both have. Yeah, they're both naked. They're both completely naked, and they have 3 minutes to figure out whatever they want.
I just pictured Liam
Just picture
Neeson.
them like at the beginning of what's it
Mortal
called?
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat naked,
Just naked.
swinging back and forth.
Liam Neeson wins.
Really? You think
Yeah.
Liam Neeson
Yeah,
wins?
yeah. I don't see a world where he loses.
I mean, John Wick killed like 1,000 people in the first 2 movies or something like that.
Yeah, but he doesn't. John Wick doesn't have a particular set of skills.
Yes, he does. He has a lot of skills. I saw John Wick 3. I mean, this was a while ago, but somebody did like a tally of all the different kills that he gets.
Yeah.
And there's 3 horse kills in that movie. He uses a horse 3 times to kill somebody.
Oh, I
which,
thought you were gonna say he killed 3
oh no,
horses.
like the horse
Like, that's
is
really
like
messed up.
the instrument of death.
Is it
Wow,
bad that
which
we
is
look
awesome.
at like I would look at this is a hot take, but I would look at if someone like shoots a dog or shoots a human, I feel worse for the dog.
Oh, dude, I always say that. Always.
I feel like it's worse.
Like, why shoot a dog?
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
They're pure. They're like,
so pure.
oh, dude. Guess it's not a hot
They're
take.
good boys.
They are good boys. Ooh,
Liam Neeson doesn't have enough skills for the dog. That's
since we're in this world,
yeah.
if you had to have someone play you in a movie of your life, who would it be? And there can be like 2 actors. There can be like a younger person for right now, and then like an older, like dad age
Ooh.
person.
That's a really tough one.
You're allowed to like flatter yourself too. Like you don't have to like.
This
be,
is a shameless balcony.
Yeah, it's shameless as
I
fuck.
would say Leonardo DiCaprio. No, I'm just kidding.
There we go.
As the younger, or
I feel like
older?
Dave Franco.
Oh, excellent
Great
choice.
Yeah.
And then James for the older.
What?
And then James for the.
Yeah, exactly. James for the older one.
That's a good
I would
answer.
say Dave Franco. Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
not
go
like the
with-
goofball Dave Franco.
I'm gonna go with
like-
Macaulay Culkin, and then as I age poorly, Seth
Macaulay
Rogen.
Culkin as well.
You said Seth Rogen.
I was just joking. As I'm sure I'll age.
Mine is
poorly.
Zac Efron into Will Ferrell.
That actually makes sense,
Thanks, dude.
Will Ferrell is definitely one of my favorite actors of all time.
dude. So
He's so
downhill
funny.
recently, which sucks.
I mean, it doesn't
But-
even matter what he did after Step Brothers. Just
That's
his
fair.
performance in that movie. Like,
Yeah.
It will always be my favorite movie, and he'll always be my favorite actor because of that movie.
that Talladega Nights, so solid.
I mean, dude, there's endless movies with him.
Yeah.
Old school.
I mean, even like, yeah, him in everything is good. I don't even if it's like looked at as kind of shitty, I still think
Like,
it's
you know what you're
hilarious.
getting with a Will Ferrell movie. Like,
Yeah.
It's a goofy, funny, silly movie. But, like, they're all good.
Kicking and screaming.
That was a good one.
It's actually really
Blades
good.
of Glory.
Oh,
Dude,
Blades of
that might be the
Glory.
one where he's on the treadmill and he's training, but he keeps like eating.
Yeah.
Like,
That's where that
rolls.
Kanye sample came from.
Really?
Yeah. No one says that. Yes, they do. It's provocative.
Right.
Or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah,
Holy
I know,
shit.
know you're talking about. Yeah.
John Heater.
John Heater. All right.
Napoleon Dynamite, dude. Where's R.I.P.?
Well, his career,
he die?
not him.
Oh. Wait, did he die?
He didn't die.
No.
Oh. I thought
I'm
He's
you
doing
saying
better
he-
than you, Matheson. Relax.
I'm just saying he hasn't been in anything in a while.
That was cruel. R.I.P. John Heater. Did he die? No, his career did.
Well, it did. That was objectively
I'm
true.
going to tag him in this.
He'd probably see it.
See, that's my point.
Okay. We're going to cut all that out because, dude, a person I'd love to have on this podcast is John Heater.
Oh, he's great, dude.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
Great.
R.I.P. John Heater.
Yeah, he
What do you
fucking
mean,
sucks.
R.I.P. John Heater? He's alive.
To his
We're
career.
not cutting this out. We're making sure.
Every time he tries to go to the next topic.
Yeah.
R.I.P. To his career.
we can never. Why do they hate me so much?
The first time I saw Napoleon Dynamite, I thought it was the worst thing I'd ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it took like 4 watches.
I need
It's
to watch it again.
very much a niche thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of movies like that. When I watched Inception, the first time
I love
was
Inception.
like, what happened?
It's rough.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's
then
a
I
very-
watched it, and then I loved it.
Apparently, Christopher Nolan's new movie's even more insane.
Well, I feel like I'm like old enough now to understand, and
That's
I'm like
fair,
ready
yeah.
for it.
Well, no, like the reviews came out and people said like it's too much. Like they're like we don't actually understand what's
Oh,
going on.
I saw it got like
So-
5 stars everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody is in love with it.
I don't know who we're looking at reviews separately.
I'm not looking at fucking
John
4chan,
Heater.
you hipster.
I
Dude,
read this on
side
4chan.
note, your place is very like just nice.
Sorry, I
gotta get out of this.
Listen, I read the movie reviews on 4chan, and it says that it got 1 out of 5 stars.
Hipster. Go drink an IPA and
Dude, you're really good at voices too.
you're talking to me.
Yeah.
I just
I was admiring your couch in your living room while I was talking. To you.
side note, I just did a voiceover job.
Did you? Yeah, I think you told me.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I
That
walked
was like
over
right before the
to our
studio.
session.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for the compliments on my house.
Of course. What was the character's voice?
It was really just me,
Oh, so like super squeaky and annoying.
but it was just kind of like this. Like
Yes, got him. So fucking stupid, dumb.
it's gonna be out in October though.
nice.
That'd be
Movie?
cool.
TV show?
TV show. It's a
Hey, no, let's say.
sweet alive.
Excellent, excellent transition.
Does that have anything to do with is that like a hint?
No, that
or-
was just me. Like
That was just you
That was
saying
me
it's very not-
transitioning
got it,
right
got it.
out of it. Just
Got it.
you know when an airplane like lands and it's too windy to land, they just go. They just
was
take
you.
it back up.
All right.
Excellent analogy.
I do really like Jason. Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, he's great.
You know,
what
acting.
a super underrated
Almost
movie.
spit my drink out everywhere.
Super underrated movie. Horrible Bosses.
Dude,
Oh,
I just
dude.
watched that like 2 nights ago. That's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
I don't even know if it's underrated. Like a lot of people
Oh, really?
fuck with that movie.
It's
It
a
did
great movie.
Well, on my movie reviews.
And We're the Millers?
We're the Millers.
Dude.
Like 2 solid movies. Yeah,
Those are
he's-
2 of the best comedies in the last decade, I think.
Yeah.
Really.
We're the Millers is
Yeah.
amazing.
We've 100% brought literally both those movies up.
Is that the
on
one?
a different podcast.
It's the same movie where he gets his balls get bit by
Yeah.
a snake.
Yes.
And just
And then he has to kiss Jennifer Aniston and what's the other actress' name?
Emma
Roberts.
Roberts. Yeah.
Yeah, he kisses them both at the
He's
same
kissing
time.
both. Yeah.
Great movie. I always get that
Good
confused
for
with
him.
Vacation, the one where
Yeah.
Jason Bateman takes his family like across the country or something, and then they like go into like a sewage.
Vacation is Ed Helms. All those guys remind me of each other. Ed Helms. No, listen. Jason's. Jason,
Well, then there's one that Jason Bateman's in where he also goes.
That's Due Date with
No.
Zach Galifianakis. That's a good movie.
That's Robert Downey Jr.
What's the one
Oh
where he's sitting
God.
there? Oh, you know what? I think you're right.
But I will tell you this: Sudeikis is like a goofier version of
Bateman.
Bateman.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
they like look like each other.
They look kind of similar.
He looks like. That's mean. Jason Sudeikis looks like
You got to do it.
if Jason Sudeikis looks like if Jason Bateman was was locked in a basement for 10 years.
I think he's a better looking dude than Jason Bateman.
That's okay to
Ooh.
be wrong.
Oh.
Do I have to cut that part out? Is that like really
absolutely
cruel?
not. Who cares?
I'm so sensitive of being canceled. I really am. Like I make
No one's too big of a Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
Oh, right. The person that
Jason
cancels me.
Bateman fan base.
I think it'll be okay.
But I always am. I'm just like, did I
No, I feel you.
say something wrong?
Yeah.
I mean,
This is not
I'll-
the time to be
I
controversial.
can give an
these days.
example of what would get us canceled if you'd like.
No, please don't.
Just kidding. Speaking, there's zero transition here, but I'm thinking of we have a fellow musician on, so we should do a reoccurring segment. If you were President Miller, under the
Miller
statement
High
of
Life.
Miller High Life, and you had to replace Mount Rushmore with 4 of your all-time favorite musicians or people that have
Oof.
inspired you or whoever, who would
Okay.
you
Are we
put
like
on?
being funny or are we being real?
No, we're being real.
Okay.
I guess either. I don't know. You could.
I was gonna be like,
I
Gwen
know
Stefani, Fluoride.
I know 2 of yours.
All right, yeah.
Don't say
Who
it.
are they?
No. See if it matches.
Oh
up.
wait.
Yeah.
I know 3.
Oh.
I just want to know. If
You know
they are.
3 out of the 4.
I will be honest.
Okay.
Honor system. After you say it, I'll be honest.
The reason that I started loving like rap and hip hop was Eminem back in the
Okay.
day when I was like 13. So I'm gonna put Eminem as 1. Mac Miller was the reason that I actually had the courage to like actually start making my own music because I just related to him on so many levels and like
Yeah.
he was young and white and Jewish and I'm just like suburban, like I'm just like that kid. If he can do it, I can do it.
Gives you hope, yeah.
So Mac Miller was a huge inspiration. John Mayer after that, John Bellion after that.
You got 3.
Yep.
You nailed
The only
it.
one I didn't get's Mac Miller. I just had no idea.
Yeah.
Dude, every
Solid.
time there's like we had a musician on here who chose Eminem, and he raps a little bit as well. I feel like that's
Jack?
just like, no. Did
So
Jack
we
have
had
Eminem?
Jack Johnson on here.
Yeah, we did. Did he have Eminem? He might have had Eminem actually.
He might have, yeah. Would make sense.
No, we had. Do you know Scotty Sire?
Not
Wait.
personally, but I know who he is.
Scotty, Eminem's like one of his biggest
Nice.
influences. Yeah, but he's dude. He just like I don't have to hype Eminem up.
He's like the
Eminem's
literal
fucking
goat.
Eminem.
He's like the GOAT. I think he always will be like the best rapper of all time.
of all time. Yeah.
I don't listen to him anymore, honestly, and I don't really like his new stuff. But like, just like what he did back in the day, like it for me that's like hip hop. That's rap.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to love his new stuff. If he goes on tour, you're still gonna go see him. You know?
Sure.
Yeah. I just feel like that's like.
What about you guys?
Mine was D'Angelo, James Brown, Bruno Mars, or no, Justin Timberlake, and
that's a good one.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Mine's Bruno Mars, Elvis, Little Richard, and
I don't remember.
Green Day.
I went a little bit too modern, maybe.
No, I mean it's whoever is inspired or whoever
Totally.
you love and who's inspired.
Yeah, those are the four that have inspired me the most. And
Dude, a
then
John
obviously I
Mayer,
have the
John
oldies.
Billion collab would be excellent.
I feel like they would totally do it too.
Yeah.
yeah, they would both
Be down.
be just hip enough to do that.
Totally.
Either way,
Yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Chappelle's featured on the end.
He's just there.
Wah!
I have a John Mayer tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stop this train. Me and my family's song.
Are you gonna keep inking up?
I don't think
Is that the way
so.
to say it?
Keep tattooing it up.
You're gonna keep yatting, bruh.
I don't think so.
Are you done for? I guess just now.
It wasn't until I got my most recent tattoo, this one, where I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit, like you're that guy now.
I'm not
Like
there
you have
yet.
a lot of tattoos, and I didn't like it. I don't not like it. Like I've grown used to it, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna have that feeling every time I get another new one.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't do it if you don't want to.
That's
Obviously.
totally fair. I feel like you'll know when it's time again if it is.
Totally. I think it's pretty much time to
They
stop.
all mean something to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. This was. I'll go through it real quick. Palm tree because I grew up on Palm Boulevard. This was the view from my New York City apartment with a little piano sill. Yeah, whatever. Pops because that's what I call my dad. Stop this train. Favorite song. This was the first tattoo I ever got. A little music player. Stopped on 12 because that's me and my family's lucky number.
Nice.
And then
Hell
a
yeah.
globe that I got with my band just because we traveled together.
Dope.
Yeah.
Did everybody
That's
get the
awesome.
globe?
Me, Walter, and Kevin.
Nice.
Yeah.
The band, nice.
Dude, Kevin got it first, right? And it was like 10 p.m. at night, and she gives it to him, and it's a lot bigger, and it doesn't have any shading. And she's like, "All right, I was supposed to go next." It took like an hour, and then she's like, "I don't feel good. I'm gonna go home." Like
The
she'll
artist?
yeah, the
Oh, wow.
artist. After she did Kevin's,
Yeah.
and me and Kevin were gonna get matching ones, so I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I was supposed to be next, and she's like, "I'll do it tomorrow." But Kevin's, to me, like didn't look amazing.
so you're like
I go back to
worried.
the hotel with him. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't fucking abandon him, but like, I'm not sure if I want to get this tattoo anymore. And then the next day I went and I scaled it down, made it a little smaller, and got shading. And I think it looks great. And then I'm like, Kevin, you need to get yours shaded, and
Yeah.
it'll look great. And
How
now,
big is his? Like half
his
of
is
his?
just a little bit bigger, but
Gotcha.
it didn't have any shading. So to me, it just looked very like unfinished.
Yeah, a little. I know you mean. Yeah.
It just looked like a sticker or something. And so I'm like, you need to get yours shaded.
Especially
but I almost ditched
something
him.
like that, like a globe. I feel like needs to have.
Yeah, like this
The world.
sphere. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna get more tats? You just got one. Like
I'm
2 days
definitely
ago.
getting more. I got this bird, this rose, and just this. But I'm gonna get I like getting like really timeless pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the heart with the mom on the inside.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Like that.
Kevin has that.
Dude, it's like the ultimate like
Yeah.
OG.
It's like Converse.
Yeah.
Or like
It's like
Yeah.
wearing Converse down the
It's
street.
like way in fucking Converse.
It's like
What about
all right.
Yeah, I have one here and a bunch up here. I have a good amount. And
He's yadded up.
I'm definitely gonna get more.
Is
It's
that
interesting that
is that your dad's saying to you?
Yeah.
Slow down, be good.
Yep. And then we have
Nice.
ivy in like our front yard, so I got.
do you purposely hide most of your tattoos though?
I did originally actually because I wasn't sure.
If you're gonna be a musician.
I just didn't know what life was gonna bring,
Right.
and then now I don't care. So
Especially being in the Midwest, and like I always grew up with people saying like don't
Yeah.
get tattoos anywhere. Like
Yeah.
first of all, don't get tattoos.
right.
And then it was like don't get like if you have a neck tat, you'll never get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
Well, I grew
That's a
up
very-
hearing.
what about
Definitive.
6'9", dude?
I grew up hearing that if you are Jewish and you get a tattoo, you can't be like buried in a Jewish cemetery. Which, at the end of the day, I don't really care what happens to me after I die. To be honest, I'm not gonna change the way I live based on what's gonna happen to me.
didn't know that.
Yeah, but
That's like an
Interesting.
old world thing.
I
huh?
guess I don't
Yeah.
really know. I don't know if it's even true or if it's a rumor, but I think I want my ashes to be shot up in fireworks anyway.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I
Hell
want to be
yeah,
there.
dude.
Spencer's key-
celebrated.
I'm never
when
dying.
gone.
Spencer's keyboard player wants to
Like
get
that.
put in a like titanium casket and launched at the sun. That's what he wants.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
But
yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna go really high and then come back
mean-
down and land on someone's
well,
house.
I think ideally
He wants
in
to get into
whatever
space.
70 years the technology will be available, so he'll be
Wow.
able to be launched towards the sun.
70 years?
I wonder if there's like. I wonder if there's like a program where like you can.
That's big. Not,
A little generous.
that's big generous.
I wonder if there's like a program, or maybe we should start this program where you could take your ashes of a loved one and fly
Spencer's dying.
fly them to the moon and just put them on the moon.
You could probably do that.
You absolutely could do that.
It's kind of cool to just be like, oh yeah, like they're up there on the moon.
Here I am.
Like,
I mean,
the
realistically-
opposite of the ground.
the other,
It's like way up
Literally is.
there.
It's fucking.
you always just want to make it to the sun because that'd be quite literally impossible. But I like the idea of just like
Does he know that the titanium's gonna melt and he's gonna get really hot in there?
Yeah.
I don't think he's worried about getting really hot. By
Well,
the
he
time
should
the
be.
titanium's melting, he will be completely incinerated. It's great.
That's fine.
I think it's.
fine.
I think why not?
What's the weirdest topic that you guys have gotten to on these podcasts?
I mean everything.
Yeah, I think we've
Like
talked-
aliens is not even weird. You know what I mean? Like that's like a usual occurrence.
Totally. Like
We
you
talked
usually
about
see aliens
I mean, we've talked all the time.
here.
I've actually never seen aliens, but I
Do you believe in aliens?
I've been haunted
Yeah.
3 times.
Haunted by aliens?
Have I ever talked about me being haunted on this podcast?
Haunted by what? Like ghosts or aliens?
Yeah, ghost. In this house actually once, which is not great because
So how?
so
I'm a big skeptic, but
Ooh,
I'm never
okay.
gonna tell someone like they're a liar.
well, guess what, dude? I was and still kind of am a skeptic, and I still am trying to think of some way this is possible, and I can't.
So
And I hate when people like embellish stories too. So this is totally unembellished. I had just gotten back from a trip, had a couple suitcases, and in the staircase there's like a half closet that we keep our suitcases in. So I put away one suitcase. I'm by myself. Maddie's down the hall. I didn't know that. So I'm putting away the second suitcase, and as I lift it up, I feel just the most freezing cold, like not air conditioning, like actually freezing cold on my neck and my ear, and I hear a piercing loud scream. So fucking loud. I throw the bag, it like kind of goes down the stairs, and I like scream and I like jump against the wall. And Maddie looks up from like her computer and she's like, "What are you doing?" Because I thought she had done it behind me, and I was like, "Oh my god." I've literally been like something has just screamed at me, and it was right when I got back from New Orleans. That's the only thing I can think of that I was in haunted city town.
But like, even if there was a ghost or a spirit, like if they were to make a loud noise, wouldn't Maddie have heard it?
I don't know the rules.
You
I don't know the ghost rules,
too? Bro. You gotta learn the ghost rules.
but I literally like I was like, are you like, first of all, are you messing
You
with
thought
me?
she was messing with you. Yeah.
But she was like down the hall. I looked
crazy.
right as soon as I heard it, and dude, and I'm the biggest skeptic.
This place doesn't look like a place that would be haunted, though.
No, I think I brought something back with me from New Orleans.
Wow.
in the suitcase. You
Yeah.
put in the suitcase away, and I got nervous.
Ghost,
That's crazy.
a GTD,
Have you ever
a
had
ghost
the ghost
transmitted
experience?
disease.
I never have, and I don't want to say I believe, but I just think like, why wouldn't that? Like, I think that's likely. Like, why wouldn't it? And
It's as likely as us being alive, probably.
yeah, and
Stranger things have happened.
I have never had any occurrences.
Me neither.
Which I always wonder if like because not that I want it to happen, but because like
Maybe.
I do believe that like they're like, okay, well he believes, so, like we're not gonna worry about convincing him that we're real. And
You've also
I don't know.
you've obviously never been haunted
No.
or seen an alien.
No.
Just normal guy.
Normal, boring guy, man.
what do you think about aliens?
I mean, I figure that there has to be other life besides us, because how is that possible that we're
Yeah.
the only freaking speck of sand in a massive
beach of the universe.
beach? Yeah, and there's no other. But I mean, obviously, I haven't seen an alien. I haven't seen a ghost, so I'm like a very realistic person. Like, I only believe in the things that I see.
Gotcha.
even if I was to go into the kitchen in the middle of the night and see a ghost, I would just be like, that was some weird, like,
That's probably carbon monoxide.
that was some weird lighting or
Yeah.
something. The moon hit the car that drove by or something.
Well, I kept trying to come up with a reason that this happened, and I could not come up with a reason in my head because there's all the times where you hear a door slam or something, you're like, the air conditioning or something. This was the only, like, one of the only other times that I could not, and I tried, and it didn't really scare me after. Like, I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
It just happened, and I was terrified, and it went away in like 20 minutes.
Are you a religious guy?
No.
No. Yeah.
I'm Jewish, but I mean,
You're more of like a Satan.
I love
God.
Satan. Yeah.
That's the clip.
That's the clip.
I love Satan. I love Satan.
No, I mean, no, I just believe if you're a good person, good things will happen to you.
Hell yeah.
And
I agree with
karma,
that. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, isn't
That's
that
exactly
like
how I am.
what
I'm not
all
religious
religion
either.
is anyway?
Yeah.
What all religion should be anyway?
What it should be.
I
People
think
take it
that's
to.
the right. That's the
I
the
think
idea
I think
behind
we've-
it. But
everybody's fucked it up. I think a bunch of people have
absolutely.
just fucked it up and just divided and like
Totally.
it's like all like you just said, if you get tattoos, you can't be buried here. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, why was that ever a rule? Probably
Yeah.
wasn't.
Does that make you a bad person that you have tattoos?
Yeah, dude, you're bad to the bone.
I got kicked out of a gym in Japan because I had too many tattoos.
whoa.
They brought out this book of like the shape, like how big a tattoo could be, and like put my tattoo
Holy
next to
shit.
it. Yeah. Because I think they consider like if you have tattoos in Japan, like you're in
Too cool for the
gangs.
gym.
Too cool for the gym, and
Oh, you're in interesting.
gangs. Yeah.
How are the gyms in
Oh.
Japan?
Well, I
Where-
just went to a Gold's Gym. Every
So it's just
time.
like
just
totally-
super normal.
Whoa.
The only thing that was weird is that and this was pre-COVID, so this was just a normal thing. You walk in, there's a huge wall of like shoes, like the same shoe, like thousands of them, and you basically take their shoes, put them on, and then you can only wear their shoes in the gym because they don't want you bringing in dirt and stuff and walking all over their gym with dirt. So you leave your shoes like in a locker, and then you're just walking around the gym with their shoes. So everyone's wearing the same shoes.
That's not even like a
Interesting.
disease thing. That's just like kind of
Yeah,
makes
cleanliness.
kind of sense.
Yeah.
Just
They-
like
yeah, they
don't
just
get
wanna be
dirt in my
clean.
gym.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
they're ahead
crazy,
of us.
dude. They're really ahead of us.
And the shoes were kind of cool too.
Well, like what were they like Converses?
No, it was just like regular, like low top, like sports shoes. I mean, they weren't like a company that we would know. Were there?
Are you in a Japanese gang though? Is that something that you're
Yes,
not telling us?
multiple. Yeah,
Multiple.
multiple.
Rival gangs,
Yeah,
both
just-
sides.
Have you guys been to Japan?
No,
No.
I did. I was invited a year and a half ago, and I was on my like first tour. Couldn't do it. I was really bummed too because all my friends went to Tokyo and
Woohoo.
David and
Oh,
Brandon
okay.
and like the whole
Yeah.
crew.
Oh, I remember that.
What's the other city like in Japan that?
Shibuya?
Yes,
Shibuya is the best.
I've heard that.
Tokyo's like Times Square,
Yeah.
which is like it's cool to see, but it's like that's not like the old school like traditional.
What's the one that's like out like and there's like nature and everything?
Starts with a K. Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto.
Okay, so Kyoto and Shibuya are like the ones to do.
Yeah.
You just fly into Tokyo, spend the first night there, and then go to.
That's exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they close? All the cities
A
or
little
no?
like 2-hour train ride, but like you.
Are you
pass,
on the
like-
bullet train?
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome. That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Japan.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
It'd be great.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
What's your favorite place you've ever played a show?
Zurich, Switzerland.
Ooh,
You played a show there.
that was a quick answer.
Rad.
So there's
Yeah,
gotta
that's
be.
like my favorite place I've ever been. It like seemed fake. It was like the most manicured, like clean, like richest looking city I've ever
yeah.
seen.
It's like a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
Town. Just
Yeah. It was picture perfect. Green
so
grass.
was it because of Zurich or was it because of the show or both?
No, it was not because of the show. The show
Yeah.
was very small. Like maybe 40 people.
Gotcha. On the Miller High Life tour.
No, that was like 2 years ago actually.
was
Yeah,
it on
I
your-
don't have many fans out in Zurich, Switzerland, I guess, but
I just would have loved on your first tour. You like are doing some small American shows.
Yeah.
Like and we're going to Zurich.
yeah, exactly.
It's our entire budget.
Chicago, Miami, Zurich. But during the day we took out like this little like rental speedboat for like $50, and like we had the Swiss Alps in the back. And it was crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Damn.
What
That's
about you?
fantastic.
Favorite place you've been?
I mean, like my favorite shows have probably all been in America,
Yeah.
like show wise.
Totally.
And I've only played a few out of like I played a lot in like London, the UK, and Manchester and Scotland and stuff, Wales. But my favorite place that I've been is Istanbul, Turkey.
Nice.
Like, I think it's because it's like so for me, I didn't want to go. Didn't think it was a place I wanted to go. No reason.
Yeah.
And I had to go because of when I did the X Factor. And it was the best surprise ever. Like, the culture is so, like, it's just so different.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like, that's somewhere where, like, I couldn't tell you where it is. I don't know what to expect. So it's like anything good. It's just like,
I didn't even know where I
it's
was
just like a
going.
plus.
I
Yeah,
just
have
jumped
no
on
clue
a
where that
plane
is,
and
to
I
be
was
honest.
like,
Yeah.
in my mind, I was like, am I, like, you know, like, especially, like, in the last maybe 20 years, Americans are thought of, like, the Middle East is, like, super dangerous everywhere. And this is kind of like the gateway to the Middle East. And it's not dangerous at all. And everybody's very happy.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
And there's just, like, these crazy-ass mosques everywhere. I think there's, like, you know, Islam prayer is, like, playing over the speakers. It's just so crazy, dude.
It's insane.
Completely
It's
different
insane.
culture, obviously.
The best
So
food I've
it's
ever
good.
had.
Really?
Like, the best, like, kebabs and hummus. Dude,
Oh,
it's
that's right up your
some
alley.
real shit.
You had the real.
I
the real
literally was walking on
Mediterranean
this
grill.
cobblestone road in Istanbul, like, midnight. Had a couple of local beers, and I'm not even a beer person. I just was doing it. And there's a kebab shop just fucking sizzling. I was like,
Gotta do it.
let's do it.
Gotta do it.
Open air, dude. It's
Dude,
great.
Kebabs are great.
Yeah.
When I went to Israel with my family, I had so much hummus.
Dude,
So much hummus.
to the point where you, like, if you have, like, Ralph's hummus, it tastes like shit now.
Yeah.
Because you, like, know what
Real
the real
hummus.
shit is.
That's the real stuff.
It is.
I don't know why I'm
it's
picturing
secret.
just like vats of hummus, and you're like, why do I have to?
Well, they
eat
bring
this?
out like a
Is
bowl
it
of
huge?
hummus. Yeah, like because that's
That's
like
awesome.
every appetizer. It's like pita
Yeah.
bread and looking things and hummus. Yeah.
Spencer's.
I could go for some like Mediterranean, like, Israeli foods. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna need we need a couple, podcast worthy touring stories.
Yeah.
From
I know
you.
that there's some that are off the air stories.
We know
like we all
you've
have.
murdered people on tour, so don't waste
Yeah.
your time.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that you guys found out about that.
Well, you love Satan. You said that earlier.
Yeah.
So,
So naturally.
Man, touring stories? That's really hard, man.
You know, it could be like. It can
You
be
know how
like,
they all just jumbled together though? It's like
right.
they all just seem like a dream.
But there's got to be one where, like, someone that grabs onto your bus and rides for 2 hours. Or,
Oh, we did that.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
we had yeah, we
That
had
was a fake example.
No, that was actually on the Miller High Life tour, the first
Yeah.
one that I ever did. There was this was before I even had a tour bus, and there was just like this like
Were you in
weird,
the white like creepy
white
van?
creepy van, and I think it was like a bunch of dudes who like weren't even fans. They were just kind of like messing with me, and so they were just following us, and every time we would get to a red light, they would like jump out and knock on our thing, and like we ended up pulling into a police station because we didn't know what else to do. They just kept
Jeez.
following
That's
us for like
scary.
an hour. But yeah, I mean that's definitely not a good tour story. That's just because you brought that up. But I think like obviously I love being on stage and I love performing, but like there's something that like the fans will never or we're just lucky to experience this, but like there's a part of tour that most people will never understand. It's like it's after the show. It's when the bus starts moving at 1 a.m. from one
Yeah.
city to another, and it's just you and your boys, and you just played an amazing show, and you're just like sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? And like those are like the times that I remember the
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's probably the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, really.
Just
It
eating
really is.
hummus at 1 a.m.
Dude, I love hummus. Watching Zac Efron movies. I just call
Just
them
watching
Afron.
Mike and Dave need wedding dates.
Ah, great. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there was one time where we always drive overnight, right? And so
We wouldn't
we
know.
drive. Well, you've been on a tour bus.
Sprinter life, baby.
Dude, that's okay.
So
Sprinters are great too.
we're part of the sleep from 2 a.m. to 6 and then get up and
I know I'm gonna
Horrible.
miss the Sprinter when it goes away.
I am too.
But
Sprinters are great.
Right now, I
I
don't.
did my fair share of sprinters.
yeah,
And even smaller ones. But there was this one night where we always drive to the next city while we're sleeping, so that when we wake up, we're already there. And one morning we get to the venue, we pull up, and it's like 8 a.m, and there's always supposed to be like a few kids waiting outside
Yeah.
who want to be early. And the bus driver wakes us up, and he's like, "Where are the kids? Where are the kids at? Like, what's going on? Where are the kids?" And it turns out that he went to the wrong state.
oh shit,
The
Holy
complete
shit.
wrong state. I think he like went to the show that
Like,
was
he
like supposed to be
skipped
the
the
next
show?
day. Yeah.
So oh man,
So while we were sleeping, he was completely driving in the opposite
he
direction.
drove. So yeah, I was gonna say he either like
you
drove
guys
through
do?
the city.
Yeah.
Or the yeah.
No, we immediately told him you're in the wrong state, buddy.
You fucked up.
Did you get there?
We got there. We didn't have a sound check. We got there like 30 minutes before I was supposed to go on stage. But I'm talking like that was like 8 hours out of the way.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it was
So
bad.
what actually happened? Because setup
Like, why
obviously
did he-
takes forever. No. I'm like when you
Oh
got
no!
there.
I mean, we literally just like went as fast as we could. We didn't have a sound check. We didn't know what it would sound like, and but we're used to that. I mean, sound checks to me are the worst part of the music industry. I hate doing them
Because
because
you'll do a sound check and then it'll be like, sounds awesome, I can hear everything, and then you'll walk on stage and it's like nothing ever happened.
literally, unless you have a sound guy. Shout out to JP again.
Yeah.
Because
Literally.
JP kills it. But like if you're at like a show with other artists or like a college show and you have just like random people who don't give a fuck who's running your sound, they'll make you sound great. They'll make you come 8 hours early to do a sound check and set up, and then when you get on stage, like the microphone's not even working or something.
Or
It's
it
like
starts squeaking,
it's so bad. I hate sound checks.
squealing.
But anyways,
Yeah, we've been in a lot of situations where I think I know more than the sound guy, and I don't know anything
definitely.
about sound.
We've had to have my guitarist go off stage and literally do sound.
Yeah.
Not during the show, but like during sound check. The guy is like not sure what he's like muting and unmuting, and my guitarist will literally go off stage, Jordan, and he'll have his guitar around him, and he'll be like, "Hey, let me," and then he gets in there and like gets our levels, and
That's
he's
amazing.
playing from the sound, and it's just
yeah, I feel like Kevin, my drummer, does it a lot.
right. It's crazy, man. And there's some people that you meet in, I don't know, name it, Milwaukee, and they're the best sound guy you've ever heard in your life.
Because he cares.
But then the guy in Brooklyn or New York doesn't know what he's doing.
Everyone's mad in Brooklyn, just in
Oh my
general.
God,
So-
everybody's pissed.
Dude, I have one really funny story. It's quick. Kevin, my drummer,
Continue.
this was like maybe 2016. We were just like really young and didn't really know what we were doing, but we were on like our second tour, and after the show, there's like this homeless looking dude selling like my fake merch outside the show.
That's how you know you made it.
True. I honestly wasn't mad at it, but Kevin was unpacking his stuff from the venue, bringing it to the bus, and he goes up to the guy and he's like, "You can't be doing that here. Like, that's illegal. You can't do it." This guy pulls down his pants and pisses on Kevin's feet.
Oh my God!
I'm talking with fans around, everything. Pisses on his feet.
Good for him.
Holy
dude.
shit!
He just went for it.
Yeah.
Talk
It's
about a
called the
story
cops.
that just goes left
Yeah, I
when
did
you
not
think it's gonna
think-
go right.
I did-
can't do it. How about now?
Not like tries to punch him, not yells
Yeah.
at him, just pisses on
Just
him.
takes his wiener out. Yeah. Good times.
I fucking wish I was there for that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, what a bizarre reaction. Like, I can't sell merch?
Well, say hello
Well,
to my...
say hello to my wiener.
That's a good story.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many stories like that that I just have
Tell,
forgotten, but...
give us another one. I love to hear these. Like, I love when they just swerve and you don't know where it's going. And it just,
There was one night where my bass player Walter had a girl on the bus. They were in the lounge. We were all about to get ready to go to sleep. He's got these new Gucci slippers that he bought, and he was obsessed with them.
oh no.
I took them, and I went to bed with them. I put them under my mattress just to hide them. I literally don't even know why I did it. I just
Maybe
thought it
just
was gonna be
fucking with
funny.
them, yeah.
I was just fucking with him. I put it under my mattress, and I pretend to go to sleep. Everyone goes to sleep, and for the next like 4 hours until like the middle of the night, he's flipping this bus upside down trying to find the Gucci slippers. He's asking this girl did she steal them. Like he's getting like in her face, like he thinks that she stole them. She ended up like taking off and like basically after like 6 hours of looking for these slippers, and he thought that this girl was crazy and took them. I ended up being like, "Oh, you're there." They're right.
How mad was he?
But he flipped the whole bus upside down looking for him. He was so mad.
But
But it was a good time.
He was yelling at this girl, and then she peed on his feet.
It was a
Wow,
lot
all
funnier
these
of a
stories
story
end.
than I'm describing. It was a full night's thing. And it
No,
was-
I can understand how that.
'Cause you
were
realize
you
how far
asleep
it's
or were
gone.
you?
No,
just-
I was
you were
up
just-
the entire time while he was
Just
just like turning
chuckling,
on the
like-
lights,
Yeah.
picking up everything, accusing this girl and her friends of stealing his slippers.
Dude.
Yeah.
They were getting pissed.
That's
It was amazing.
Yeah, they were.
It was
They're
amazing.
pissing
Not,
everything.
not like Kevin got
Yeah,
pissed, but
no.
This one time,
Exactly.
we had 5 girls in the Sprinter. They all started pissing all over the Sprinter. It was great.
we'd pay them a lot of
For
money.
the respect of my girlfriend, I don't want to say a lot of funny stories, but
That's
a lot
fair.
of
That's
a lot
nice
of
of you.
a lot of great stuff has happened on tour.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, I consider that not even the stuff I want to hear about.
Oh no, that's just
I wanna
that's
hear
like a one. That's a
Homeless guy
Tuesday.
pissing on. Yeah. I want to hear some.
That is insane.
Do you know who Huey Mack is?
Yes.
We had Huey on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and he told the story of got trapped in this hotel, and it had like a Dave and Buster's attached, and he like balled out and bought all of his friends like a couple $100 worth of coins, and then they were like, "Hey, we're closing in 15 minutes," and they had like $1,000 worth of coins. So because he was so pissed, he went and pissed inside of one of those like buck hunter machines. He just pissed on the machine.
What?
Well, the story of the precursor to that story was there was like a tornado or some weird storm.
Oh, he got hammered at the
And he got,
Applebee's or
they
something.
went to like a B-dubs, and he spent like an insane amount of money on tequila. So he's like blackout drunk,
God.
and then decides to
just
go to this
peeing on
arcade.
Golden Tee golf.
Wow.
He's just a lot of pee stories, you know.
I can't say I've ever peed on anything besides a toilet.
A
really.
toilet.
Or a tree.
Or a tree.
That's
Been a
solid.
lot of trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, trees need nourishment too.
Trees need peas.
Trees need pee. What are you looking at me like that for?
I was just thinking of a story that I was questioning of saying, but I'm not going to say it.
You have to. We'll cut it out if it's bad.
No,
Just tell it.
I'll tell you after. I don't want to have to edit it out. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Fine.
We'll talk about it later.
Those are great. I mean, I like hearing touring stories, and then I always get sad because
Dude,
we're
yeah.
just.
I miss tours so much.
I just really don't. I mean, and I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I'm really interested. I just really don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next. You know.
I have a gut feeling that by mid next year everything will be back to normal.
Dude,
like in a
has
year,
to.
you think? Like next summer?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think touring is going to be back in the spring. I just think it's going to I think it's going to take a few months for like not even for it to be like safe, but for the vibe to get back.
Yeah.
Like I
'Cause
think
a lot of people are not going to be, wanting to hang in a,
I
room
know.
with a bunch of people shoulder to shoulder, and it sucks, but people will get over it.
yeah, I think they will, dude, because people need people
Yeah,
so bad.
totally, dude.
You can't like I know you just did like a online concert. How was that?
It was cool. Yeah, it was yesterday. We're doing what we can.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I've done a couple too. It's not exhilarating. It's nice to like get to interact with your fans and stuff, but it's not even.
It's not even close. I mean, everyone knows that, and
Yeah, they even know.
they even know. But I mean,
I saw
that's why
some-
we're charging $7 a ticket.
Right.
And I'm also gonna spend the next week Zoom calling all these people who got tickets, and
Nice.
so I'm trying to make it as much worth it for them, and
There's just always like a fucking technical difficulty. There's always just
Yeah.
one.
Totally.
Like you can't hear him, or like the thing warps your face. It
Yeah.
looks like Megamind or something crazy.
Have you thought of doing any online shows?
I've done a couple like
Yeah.
not like my own like right at the beginning I did a couple and I just hated them so much.
Yeah.
I really did.
I actually had a lot of fun doing it.
I think if I had the right setup like
Yeah.
situation, like you had a really cool you had
Thanks.
that little mic and
Yeah.
guitarist and like you guys were just chilling with wine like that.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, it seems like you guys could do that easily here.
Did you go through like an interface?
Yeah.
Did you so you could have like reverb and stuff?
Mhm. Yeah.
See, I need to do that. But there's like we did this Twitch thing on Bands in Town.
Yeah.
On Bands in Town's like Twitch page, and the sound check went amazing as usual. And then we get on live,
There we go.
and people are like, "Hey, we can't hear you," and I'm like, "Sick."
Yeah.
It extends all the way to the freaking
And dude,
internet,
also
too.
with like Zoom meetings, I'll be in these Zoom meetings, and I'll like join the meeting with my record label or someone like that, and then my camera will come on, and I'll look like I'll just look horrible, and I was like the lighting's weird, and
Yeah, we've had way too many Zoom interviews and meetings over the last 6 months. I'm totally over it. I never want to hear the word Zoom again.
I know it's necessary right now, but
fair.
I cannot wait till Zoom stocks go.
I never even heard of it until this
Me
whole
either.
thing. Was it even a thing? Or
I think
did someone
so.
just capitalize on all this?
somehow it blew up because I just figured that Skype was going to be huge. But I don't know.
Why?
'Cause
What is Skype?
Blows? I don't know.
Does it? I don't know.
I thought it would be Skype, but I maybe it just is looked at as being old-fashioned now.
Maybe.
I remember I used to Skype girls and
Now you're
like
talking.
high school and like after high school, not in college because I didn't go to college. I Skyped this girl from Ohio University,
Oh,
and I was in Columbus,
ladies'
and she
man.
was in Athens. I actually went to go visit her a couple times. So.
Yeah, you did.
Um,
You were on chat roulette. Don't lie.
yeah, very recently. What do you say we chat roulette?
I would absolutely go on chat roulette
Oh, we will.
and be a
Well,
regular person with
Well.
my penis in my pants. Preferably.
Thank the Lord. Probably. Did you say probably?
Probably.
I said preferably.
Preferably.
Also probably.
Jake won't. Jake's gonna be. We're gonna be on a couch and he's gonna be standing behind us.
That'd even better. We should all have our penises out, but nobody will know. It'll just be chest up.
We're gonna be like.
So we're still being
John
typical
Wick
chat
and Nicolas
roulette
Cage,
guys.
or John Wick and who is it?
And
Liam
fucking
Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Just
Mortal
naked
Kombat
Mortal
fight.
Kombat.
I really can't believe you don't think John Wick would win that.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
killed
because I'm
so
not an
many
idiot.
more people.
All right.
That's just objectively true.
I mean, yeah, but dude, it's Liam Neeson. Why do you think Liam Neeson will win?
Why do I think he will win?
Yeah.
Because he's got like so many particular sets of skills.
That he does. Maybe I'm the idiot here.
Okay. You're putting out a song a month until I just saw this. I didn't know about this until an album comes out.
Mhm.
So do you have as
I
far
pretty
as
much have all the songs done.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, do you have like an idea? Like, do you have an idea for like the creative and stuff for the album?
Not really, man.
I guess there's
normally,
like no rush.
Yeah, totally. I mean, in a normal day and age, I would really, I would make all the songs in a few months. They would all have a kind of overall theme. I would put them in an order where they kind of tell a story. But I mean, I've been making songs over the last year that I like these, but some of them I made over a year ago. So, I'm just gonna be putting out singles, and as you said, they're gonna lead into an album. I don't know if they'll have an overall theme, honestly. I'm
The
making
overall
music.
theme is "You're in Love."
The overall theme, that's definitely the overall
Hey.
theme,
It
for
literally
sure.
is.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I mean, they're all just lighthearted, happy
Well,
love
that's good,
songs.
dude. I feel like you have a good catalog of sad songs. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah,
you can add to
vast
that.
catalog of sad
Dude.
songs. Yeah.
They connect though. Like,
Wait,
for
this
real.
hasn't happened? You haven't released anything yet?
How about what?
You haven't released anything yet? Like
No.
I
what's-
released
what you guys are
3
talking-
songs this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Nice. Thanks for doing your research, Matheson.
yeah,
You just
God
said you
damn.
just found out about it.
No, about it maybe turning into an album.
Oh,
That's what I
gotcha.
just
It's
found out
okay.
about.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Dude.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Still love you.
Yes.
I bet I can name the songs.
Can you,
"Saved Me," co-written by Tony
Tony?
Ferrari.
Yep. Blame it on.
"Blame It on You."
Yeah.
"Blame It on Me."
Don't help
Blame It on
me.
You.
"Blame It on You." "Ross and Rachel."
Yeah.
That's a good song title.
And
Thank you. That's it.
the
And then I
next
had the-
one is going to be called.
Do you know?
Go ahead.
Reset.
Reset.
You didn't know that one. I don't think I told you that one.
I just said it, didn't I?
Respect. It's called Respect.
That's what I said.
No, Reset.
But that's what yeah.
Repent.
God, repent would be a fucking
Repent.
horrifying song. Repent. Repent. It's like a happy pop beat. Repent. Do it. Let the bodies. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere.
Anyways, no, it's called Reset. Comes out next month.
Nice.
And yeah. The next one after that is called Repent.
God, we gotta write repent, dude. That's really worth it.
The best is it's like a pop, like in your feels song, but it's
That's what I'm
actually-
saying.
But it's not metal, and you like sing it like a pop song, and it's just like you have to have the word repent in there somewhere.
Can we repent? Let's just repent.
So dark.
When I think of repent, I just think of. Have you guys seen Game of Thrones?
I'm
You
watching it right now.
Oh,
I've never
well, never
seen
mind.
an
2
episode.
episodes every night.
How far are you?
Season 2.
No, never mind. I really almost spoiled it.
Yeah,
So I'm
don't-
glad I
don't
didn't
do
say
that.
anything. Never mind. I just. Well, I was gonna talk about it, but
Dude,
then
you got to fucking repent right now.
It's not really a spoil anything, but I really think of repent as like this like really shameful like religious thing, like
That's what it
whipping
is.
yourself.
That's what it is,
And-
right?
Well, yeah, that's
so.
what I mean. Like at its base, I think. I mean, it can be anything, but I just think of it like you laying on a bed of nails because you
Oh, nice.
like.
Nice.
You guys get it, right?
Oh, sick.
Guys.
Yeah, I love that.
What if every
do
time
that.
you
I
got
love
in a fight,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what
all
if
the
you
time.
just started using that, just trying to slip it in, when every time you got in a fight with your girlfriend, just like, babe, I'm so sorry, repent. She's like,
I'm gonna go in my room.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna go in the bathroom and repent. I'll be out in 8 hours.
That sounds so bad.
It does,
It's a little negative, but you know,
but
we've all been there.
literally, watch out
Repent.
for Jake's new single, "Repent." Who wrote that with you?
Me
Marilyn
and Satan.
Manson.
me and Satan.
Me and Satan.
Satan did vocal production.
No.
Satan's in
set
all
was
caps,
Me
dude.
and this girl, Dyson. Have you met Dyson?
No.
Produced by Justin Gray. Have you met
Oh,
Justin Gray?
No, but I know of him.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a huge... You know so many, like, writers and producers.
Yeah.
How many of those people did you meet through when you were, like, with, I guess, like
Like a label? No,
Yeah.
none.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, they would put me in sessions when I was like with Warner Brothers, like the big machine. They would this was before I knew anything about producing or anything, and they would give me an address. They would tell me, "Here's your studio session. Be here at this time," and it would just be like a bunch of like people who they didn't seem like they cared for my opinion. I was scared to death to speak up. It was just kind of like,
I've been
okay,
there.
you guys can write these songs for me. And then once I got dropped and I'm like, fuck this, I'm going to go independent. I'm going to make my own stuff. That's when I just started reaching out and making my own connections and, you know, yeah,
Dude,
having people at my house and stuff like that.
That's the best way. Every writer, producer, I think in general, and industry person that I'm like really close with now is like through like a DM on Instagram.
Yeah. No, that's all it
That
is
sounds
these
terrible. It sounds just like the cold call producer
Dude.
artist hang sounds like a nightmare.
That's still like sometimes I'll get sent out on a cold call session and it's the best thing in the world, and sometimes I will and it's just like fucking what are we doing?
Right. I mean, I guess obviously
let's
it
just
could
go
work
home.
out,
Yeah.
but that just because I feel like a lot of people would rightfully so feel like you, just
Yeah.
like nervous and
Well, it's weird. It's
not
like there's
wanting
no-
to be in
there's
that
no
situation.
connection.
It's just you don't
And
know.
everybody's
felt like
got
I
to be
didn't-
out by 4:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't like have any leverage. Like right when I got signed, they were putting me in with like the top people,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm just this fucking kid from South Florida. I know nothing about the music industry, so I'm just gonna kind of sit back and let these people do what they
Right,
do. So,
right.
yeah, I just felt like so out of place. And there was
get
this one session. Have you ever worked with Red One?
No, but I know.
He's like a legendary like top 10 producer in the world,
Dude, yeah, you know Red One.
like super
Red
legendary.
One.
Right.
Yeah.
You know Red One.
I
He
literally
does,
only
like
know him
Britney
because of
Spears
that.
stuff, I think. Anyways,
Like the new stuff?
no, like Red One.
He's in
Where
Jason
do I know like that
Derulo.
tag from? Yeah. Anyways, he walked out on me because I told him I didn't like any of his beats and I wanted to start something from scratch. So he walked out on me.
What-
it was just
like,
like a bunch of
jeez.
situations like
How
that.
did that happen? Did he just like get up and walk out? Or
No,
did he like
he-
yell at you?
It was at the Capitol Records building. I was like probably 22. He played me like 10 beats. I'm like, these are cool, but and I said it respectfully. I'm a nice ass kid. I'm never gonna be like, these suck,
Right.
right? I'm like, yo, these are great, but these aren't for me. Can we start something from scratch? He's like, cool. He leaves the room. I thought he was going to the bathroom. I sit there for like an hour and a half with Joey. He never comes back, and then his assistant comes in and she's like, yeah, he left. I'm like, okay.
Did
cool.
they say like? 'cause
Jesus.
Did they make up an excuse?
No.
You know,
I
it's
think he was just
crazy?
really offended.
That's not the first time I've heard that about him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't mean to shade him, but I've heard of a similar story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually saw him. Sorry to cut
No.
you off. I saw him since then, and I think we kind of laughed about it at the Grove. But
Nice.
yeah, I was not an artist back there. I was, but not how I am now. So I just didn't know how to like handle myself in sessions.
You were
know what I mean?
definitely not the artist you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? My bad.
No, I was gonna say that's just a long time to fucking leave
Yeah.
someone waiting, like an hour
Yeah,
and a
for
half
sure,
before.
Dude, how weird do you feel? You
you're-
like
yeah.
just moved here, maybe you didn't even live here yet, and you're just like sitting in this record label studio and
Yeah.
with this huge producer who you're like, this is an honor to be in
Dude,
the room with you.
Of course.
Like, these are great, not my vibe, but
Yeah.
what do you
Like
think?
those sessions back then, like they felt so different than like if I go into the studio with someone now. Like back then, it was like going into a studio at Capitol Records building with one of the top 10 producers like in the world. My mindset was like, today could change my life. Like I could write a
I know.
song today that will change my life forever. Now it's like I just go into sessions to, you know, obviously I want to write a song every day that changes my life. But now it's like, let's just go write some
Good jam.
songs
Let's
with
go
the
feel it out.
homies and like let's just have fun.
Well, that stuff has a better chance of being life changing.
Of course.
Just so you know.
And it
yeah,
has. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't really make any songs that I am super in love with when I was signed to Warner. It was all before or after.
yeah.
But yeah.
Something to be said about that, you know.
Don't trust Warner. No.
Hail
Follow your
Satan.
gut.
That's right.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams.
Repent.
Repent.
And have a very, very particular
Set of skills.
I like how it's getting more and more specific, like a very,
It's gotta be
very
super
super particular set of skills. I am good at coloring books, and that is it.
Yeah. And
Right.
origami.
I'm not kidding. I can't do anything. I can't go to the bathroom by myself. I can't cook. I can't cook a bowl of cereal.
But if you put a fucking coloring book in front of me,
I will fucking blow your mind. Well, Jake needs to get to the gym. He needs to go get.
Oh well, excuse
Pumped.
us, Jake.
Yeah, you shut up.
He could use it.
Oh,
You could use it.
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, that's what we have to fucking cut out. Christ.
For those of you listening, I flexed. Should we one word it?
Let's one word it. What's your favorite word?
Favorite word in the world? Shit.
I don't know what my favorite word is. That's not the question.
What is the question?
It's we usually end these episodes with one word to describe your day so far.
Today.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything that you've encountered until this moment, including this moment.
Am I going first?
You don't have to unless you're prepared.
I'm not prepared.
I can go first.
Okay.
But I have a question. What does exuberant mean?
You can't use that word.
Hey, producer Caden, could you look up the actual meaning of the word exuberant?
First of all,
EX.
Our producers should remain
extract-
nameless.
It's when you
Okay.
extract
Well, today it's-
exuberance.
God.
Filled with or characterized by lively energy.
Yeah, it's very excitable. It's very.
My word is exuberant.
Really?
because
Oh, okay. Sorry.
my birthday's coming up very soon.
Nice.
I've got a bunch of exciting stuff done. A lot of weight has been lifted from my shoulders, and I'm just an exuberant guy. I'm gonna go. You guys want to go watch the sunset tonight too? Maybe snap some pics.
I heard it's gonna be an exuberant sunset.
So anyway, that's my
Think about this. In 70 years,
Uh-huh.
Andrew's gonna be flying towards that sunset in his titanium coffin.
God, dude, he's got to take some like Dramamine, or he's gonna get really like air
He's
sick.
dead. He's not alive when he's going towards
the joke.
sun. We fill him with Dramamine. His corpse with Dramamine. Just-
Jesus.
All right, who's ready next for their word?
Oh, first of all, that's where we have apparently gone too
That's
far.
too far?
Where we fill a corpse with Dramamine. Don't act like you guys haven't done that before, okay? It's- I'm gonna go with bright.
Why so?
Right. I woke up in a good mood.
Hell yeah.
I got a lot of stuff done this morning. I don't know. I was just looking forward to the day. I always look forward. I mean, I always am happy when we have podcasts.
Yeah, me too.
Especially in nowadays,
Especially
where
friends too.
well,
It's always really fun.
let's.
I mean, friends know each other's songs, but
There it is.
my word is
Yeah.
repentialidosis.
Damn it! Why didn't I say repent? That was the obvious joke.
No, repentialidocious. That's the word.
But you have to explain. So
It means happy.
I hope
It
you can
just
back
means I'm
this
really
up.
happy.
I don't think any word that starts with repent equals happy.
Well, that's
ex-
the root word, yes.
I'll
but
accept that answer. I like it.
Repent shialidocious sounds like you fucking really repented all day. Just like
all right, honestly, my word is grateful. Not only because it's the name of your song, but I'm grateful that you guys had me on your podcast.
Dude,
thank you.
that's so kind. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, you're not out of the woods yet, so we're gonna ask you a question,
Okay.
and you're gonna answer it. Just no thought.
But
Just do it.
also follow Jake on
sorry, yeah.
everything at. Is it just at Jake Miller on everything?
I forgot. yeah, it is.
Oh my god! I didn't think you were gonna ask me that.
Is it?
This is the moment. This is my moment where I plug. Yeah, it's at Jake Miller. Everyone go follow.
My new single is Ross Rachel, and I have a new
Repent.
single, Repent, coming out next year.
Yes, at Jake Miller. Follow me everywhere.
Yeah,
Just not to the grocery store.
Just look him up. Follow him to Vons.
Follow me on the internet. Please
Yeah,
stop
like, you
following
don't
me.
Not in
shop
real
at
life.
Vons,
Please don't follow
do
me
you?
in real life. I've been there, but I like Ralph's
You don't.
more.
You don't.
Yeah.
We go to Ralph's.
I go to Vaughn's when I go to the beach.
I go to Vons
Trader
when I want
Joe's.
to forget the night. I go to Vons for Doritos and vodka, dude. I go to Trader Joe's for everything else.
I did not know that Doritos make you forget the night.
Well, never mind.
I have a real hard
Flavors.
time picturing you in a Vons with the Doritos and vodka, and maybe you do. I don't know.
I feel
Maybe
like I
some
could
pledge.
picture it.
Oh, God.
Lemon pledge. To
To repent.
All right. Well, this is our very last
Speed
question.
round. It's just one
It's
question.
just one question.
Oh, we could do speed
I
round.
thought you were gonna ask me questions and I answered them real quick.
Okay.
Do that. Actually, do that.
Isn't
before
that
the-
what you said? I'm
Do
just
it.
saying
Not what I said, but I like this better.
Oh,
Yeah.
you, okay.
We're gonna do
All
this very quickly.
All right.
I know
Wait, you want to
have
go back and forth? You want me to do all of them?
Let's go back and forth.
Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What's your favorite tree? Type of tree?
Palm tree.
Great.
Favorite pet?
My girlfriend's cat.
I thought you were gonna say my girlfriend. Favorite color of animal?
Like golden
Twizzlers or red vine?
Oh.
Twizzlers.
Ooh, excellent. Favorite type of filling in a taco?
Meat. Beef.
Great.
Grey's Anatomy or porn? Answer honestly. 3, 2, 1.
Porn.
Yes.
I do like Grey's Anatomy though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But let's be honest.
Will you shave your head right after this?
Probably not.
Will you shave your head for $12,000?
Probably yes.
Would you kiss our producer on the lips for $617?
I don't think so.
What is your?
not?
Relax. What is your?
You might have COVID.
That's a good
Fair. What is your lowest amount of money to sell feet pics for?
Free.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
What is your home address?
No.
I know it.
No, you don't.
Actually, I really don't yet. I haven't been
No,
over
you
there
don't.
yet.
Yeah, you haven't.
Have you ever?
Never, ever, ever.
I'm out.
All right.
Dude.
Would you rather
Take a tooth out with a pair of pliers yourself, or jump off a first-story building, like a whole floor?
I would much rather do that. I don't want to be missing a tooth.
Would you rather punch your grandma in the throat as hard as you possibly can next
Which
time
grandma?
you see her? The one on your dad's side.
Okay.
Good answer.
And you can't explain why. You just have to punch her right in the throat. Or would you rather eat a mouse alive? Like put it like the mouse is alive and you chomping down.
Eat the mouse, man.
You know how horrible that would be.
I can't punch my grandma. What
It's
if
like
you kill
alive
her?
and
It's
like
alive. It's in your mouth and
I
it's
did go on Fear
scratching.
Factor, bro. I ate some
Did-
crazy shit, and I won.
Wait, what did you eat?
I beat the Jackass guys in Celebrity Fear Factor.
This is real?
This is real.
Holy
Wait, Celebrity
shit.
Fear Factor?
Yeah, I swear to God, me and
Why were
Scooter.
you on there?
I know, right?
Jesus.
Shazam!
Got him.
Featuring Shaquille O'Neal.
I ate cow eyeballs.
Wait, was it real?
Yeah, bro, it was real. Super real.
You fucking ate cow eyes.
And other crazy shit too.
What else?
Live, like lime green worms. Big, like juicy beetles.
What,
Yeah. Well, actually, Scott ate it all, chewed it all up, had to fill a glass of his liquid of what he just chewed up into this glass, and then I had to down the whole thing.
Oh my god.
and you would be honest with me, none of it was fake.
None of it was fake. Swear to God.
So
Except
you got
all of it. No, I'm just kidding. It was really all
It was
real.
all
you got
chewed up
you got
Doritos.
mama birded by Scott.
Yeah.
And you drank / ate sludged it all. I feel like
Sludged it all.
sludged is the right.
It's on
you
YouTube.
you ate his
Dude, we literally beat like Bam Margera.
Did you almost throw up?
we have to watch this
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, I almost threw up.
And what was the prize?
$40,000 or $50,000 to our favorite charity.
Which was Jake Miller Incorporated.
Jake Miller Music Inc. No, we donated to the Los Angeles hospital.
Nice.
That's nice. That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Dude, holy shit. The Beatles, I think, would be way worse than cow eyes.
Can you
and
imagine eating Ringo
worms.
or John?
I'm like, what?
That was good.
That's a good one.
That was really
Clever.
good.
All right, sorry. All right, for real, let's do that. We should get out of here before we keep...
This is getting ridiculous, but I love it.
All right, this is really the real last question. Just go ahead and answer it. Ready?
Yes.
Three.
Gut reaction. Don't think about it too much.
3, 2, 1. When's lunch?
I missed it.
Jake Miller.
I missed lunch.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Lunch.
guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
When's lunch? When's lunch? When's lunch? I don't know.